I think the crappiest part about this entire situation is that the powers of the world at B can fix everything. You know, I don't want anyone to die, man. I don't want any Israeli to die. I don't want any Palestinian to die. Death sucks, period. I don't care what your political stance is, man. We need world peace. We're at a point right now in the world where we need peace. And the reason I say that is like, of course, we've always needed peace. But now it's different than ever because with the technology the whole world has at this point, if there's any conflict, it can quickly escalate to a world conflict. We need to have peace. It's not okay. It's not okay to have these like little wars here and there in the Middle East. No, it needs to be there needs to be a standard of like, listen, it can't go on. You know, and like, you know, in this case, like the world powers that be, like the U.S. is the strongest country on earth. There's no denying it. The U.S. is the greatest military on the planet. You know, I think there could actually really be some peace if our country like decided instead of like picking sides.
Got some act right.
Yeah, I think if the U.S. had more of like an actual big brother role instead of like saying, hey, Israel's like my little brother, I'm gonna take care of him no matter what. If the U.S. just stood there, and be like, listen, both of you behave this way, you know. And you have to listen.
I mean, again, if like to your point, if the U.S. decided to pull all kinds of funding from Israel, they could get them to do whatever they wanted. You know, like Netanyahu's considering literally like putting troops on the ground and seizing Gaza. And that's just an awful idea. That's an awful idea, and Israelis don't want it. Like the Israelis that live there don't even want that. The Israeli military, as far as the people that are actually going to be combatants, I'm sure they don't want that. America doesn't want Israel to do that. The international community doesn't want Israel to do that. And Netanyahu's just chugging ahead, full steam ahead.
Netanyahu is pretty set on what he wants to do. He has been vocal like his whole political career. If you just go back to any time this guy gives a speech, he has a chance. Every time he has a chance to talk about it, he's talking about wanting to bomb Iran before Iran bombs them. Every time. Why is it every time Netanyahu goes to the UN, he's bringing a poster? Like he's very visual. You know what I'm saying? He's always be like, "This was Iran's nuclear budget last year," and it's like a Cartoon Network style poster. It's like a meme.
He is very much a meme. But anyways, I say all that to say though, like if America truly wanted to stop, like we had freaking the dude, what was his name, Kirby, get up there the other night and be like, yeah, we're not drawing any red lines for Israel. And like to say these kind of things just makes no sense to me, especially because like Matthew said, we are the number one like hegemonic world power right now. And again, if Israel, we've already seen how Israel squirms when we decide to withhold stuff from them. So like we could literally like if I hope Netanyahu doesn't actually go through with this, but if he does, and the military and the U.S. doesn't at least even put up the threat that, hey, we're not gonna support you on this, this could really escalate very poorly.
And this is completely avoidable in my approach. This is completely avoidable. And this is a consistent trend I'm seeing right now in history, and I think like we're all kind of seeing it, where there's the people who are really running the show, you know, the politicians, and the lobbyists who are putting the money into the politicians' pockets. And you know, like I'm not a political analyst. I can't tell you like, oh, what should I'm just this is my observation. The politicians, you know, we live in a supposed democracy. The politicians are supposed to represent the interests of the people, right? If you're a governor, you're supposed to represent the people who you're governing. If you're a state senator, you're supposed to represent the people of the state, right? And so on and so forth, right? You're the president, you're supposed to represent the nation. And I am not buying that most people of most states, that most people of America want this war. But our politicians...
No.
These politicians are pushing it.
No.
And it's just... I guess I have a question. Why? I'm not seeing rallies. I'm not seeing rallies of pro-Israel rallies saying we want this war. I'm seeing counter-Palestine rallies, but I'm not seeing rallies of just saying we support Israel, let's go to war. I'm not seeing it. You know, it's just I just
That's
want
what, like no one wants
yeah.
a full blown like boots on the ground attack on Gaza. They might want all of that land, right? But they don't want to do it the difficult way. Like putting boots on the ground is very time consuming, energy consuming,
Messy.
resource consuming, messy. Also, not to mention that like the way warfare is today benefits the defensive side more than the aggressor.